Hey friends, hi, Doc South here. Gosh, today, I don't know, I saw something happen and I gotta say I was very, very impressed with what I saw. I was going to, started out today early, quite early, heading up to Sussex, New Jersey. I was going to help the Wanderers Car Club with their fall food drive at the Sussex Acme. In fact, I know I did a video inviting people to come up. And I'm driving along, through the countryside between Hackettstown and a little bit west of Newton, and then eventually on 206 to, oh gosh, the various highways, and winding up in Sussex. Got there, I guess 7:30 or so, maybe a little later than that. And I'm putting I get my van into the usual position out in front of the Acme, and I'm working on setting up my equipment. I ran inside real quick to just announce my presence. One of the founding members of the Wanderers Car Club was there already. Hey Doc, you're here. Good. Yeah. Oh boy, boys, it's chilly, huh? I said, yeah. Gosh, and I think Sussex is known as the ice box of New Jersey. Usually they have if there's going to be a low temperature, it's going to be you can pretty much count on going up to call someone in Sussex and ask how they're doing. And and I said hello at the supermarket. Some of my old friends from the Mount Olive A&P work there, and I was asking how they were doing, and like that. Sorry, I had a scratch. And the it was the typical day. I've done this that particular food drive. I'll bet you for a good 5 to 10 years, maybe longer. And it's usually we have one in the spring, one in the fall, and so we were doing the fall one again, hoping to raise the food pantry's food levels for the winter season coming up, and also with Thanksgiving coming up too. And usually the Wanderers get a good 20 shopping carts full of stuff. Now my friend at one time had a business in that mall. Yeah, he did. Sold it. Got retired. And I said, "Boy, you must feel good being retired and all." And he said, "Yeah, yeah, it's nice." He said, "I do a part-time job." He does something part-time, much like I guess I do. And he, where again, I'm setting up. I'm trying to get these new speakers figured out and running the wires and all that stuff. And I don't know. I was looking over at my friend's old business. It was a dry good a dry cleaning and I guess laundry. You could bring your nice clothes there and get them cleaned, or etc. I guess you could bring anything if you wanted, but especially that. And I'm looking at the place. Oh, I see the windows. No one's. It's too early in the morning for it to be open. And I'm just kind of looking at it. I said, "So you must feel pretty good being retired, huh?" He says, "Yeah, not bad." And I'm looking again at the window, and I don't know. I didn't think much of it. I'll tell you the truth. I kind of noticed the window was where it was black. Now it's looking kind of brown. I don't know. Yeah, and you wouldn't. There was nothing. It just seemed like the light changed. In fact, that's what I figured. I figured maybe the sun came out from behind a cloud or went behind a cloud, and things changed. In fact, I think I went in to get a coffee. I was knocking down a coffee, and again, I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm looking in that place just doesn't look right, and I noticed my friend kind of running over to the place, and well, lo and behold, all of a sudden I see a little lick of flame behind the glass. Evidently, evidently there was a fire going on. And when you first see something like this, they say, "Well, that can't be a fire." It was a fire. And I guess my friend, I was at one, I think, a retired fire chief for one of the fire companies up in that neck of the woods. He's on the phone, and I guess he's making the. If not him, someone else is making the call. Maybe he's just making sure the call was made. And doggone, if all of a sudden you start seeing smoke coming out of the area between the roof and the windows of the place. It was just kind of billowing out, you know, and and the fire was getting. It wasn't too big at first. Maybe what I could see wasn't much bigger than half a blanket, you know. But all of a sudden now it's getting bigger and bigger, and I said, "Oh my gosh!" And and of course where different people are hollering, "Hey, has someone called the fire company?" And yeah, they a number of people evidently had by that point, and boy, and all of a sudden you see it looking like maybe the fire's spreading over to the post office, and then there was I think. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but there was a business on the other side of the dry cleaners. Looked to be that might have been a pizzeria or some other. In other words, the thing was starting to spread, and there was more and more smoke, and whoo. And then I get to thinking, oh my gosh, dry cleaning material. I think that stuff's pretty flammable. And turns out, my friend came back, and I said, "What about all the dry good cleaning fluids?" He says, "Nope, there's none in there." He says it's just a pickup spot, and then the clothes get taken to a dry cleaner. There's no danger of that, but he says, "Yeah, that's on fire." And well, pretty soon here come the fire trucks, and another fire truck, and another fire truck. Here comes an ambulance, a cop car, state patrol, more police, more fire. Long story short, Prince, I'd say in the next half hour, that parking lot filled with fire equipment, ambulances, paramedics. I didn't see any choppers. I didn't see no helicopters landed. No one called in, the forest service and dump a load of fire retardant on the building. But I'll bet they were. I bet they were at the airport thinking about it. I could be way off. The point is, by the time it was all said and done, there had to be, and I think I'm low on my number, there had to be 40 pieces of fire equipment, probably 10 ambulances, a few paramedics, all sorts of police cars, state troopers. Oh my gosh. And of course, I'm looking at my DJ van, and the fire's going pretty good at this point. It's the guys got their work cut out for them. And people are going around, but fire trucks are going around behind. They're putting up ladders. Guys are getting themselves up on the roof. I guess other people are finding ways to get to the actual flames. And it was just absolutely an amazing thing to see. People responded from even in lower New York State, some of the towns bordering on the Jersey-New York line. They were coming from all around. It was so. Luckily, no one got hurt. There was no one in the building. The folks, of course, the Acme supermarket that's there, everybody had to evacuate because there was a potential danger. So everyone from the that was either in or working, in to shop or in to sell or work, they were all outside, and and then all of a sudden I'm thinking, my van's right up next to the supermarket. I think I could be in the way if all of a sudden that fire spreads for some ungodly reason. So I go running over. I'm tearing up my sound equipment and throwing it in the van. I did it in record time. Oh yeah. And got it all in the van. And I told one of the fire police, I said, "I'm going to get out. I'm going to get into the parking lot if that's okay." He says, "Yes, go on, go." And he's stopping traffic, and I get out of it. And again, in all in due time, it got put out. And I guess there was, some definitely damage, especially to the dry cleaning store, and the neighbors. I'm sure the neighboring stores, I'm sure, suffered some kind of damage. But all in all, no one got hurt. The response was absolutely. I all I can say is feel very proud that you have those volunteers that just, they stop whatever they're doing, and next thing you know, they're on the job and they're fighting that fire. Just it absolutely a spectacular thing to see. It absolutely was spectacular. So decent of them to give of their time to do this kind of thing. The paramedics weren't needed. The rescue, I don't think anyone, if anyone got hurt, it had to be minor. And but it could have been bad. You never know. So I don't know. I drove home. Yeah, the food drive got kind of canceled because there was just so much commotion. And we'll do it another time. Hopefully in a before winter sets in. And I was I got to say I was impressed. By the way, it's the Sussex Food Pantry, I believe. Sussex, New Jersey Food Pantry. Maybe you could send them a donation. That would be good if you can, because they normally we get about 20 shopping carts full of food for them and monetary donations, and that didn't happen today. And they got what Thanksgiving coming up shortly. If you can help them, Sussex Food Pantry. Look it up. I'm sure you can Google it. There's got to be some way to find out. Okay, and there you go. All I can say is God bless those people. Really, really impressive. Very, very nice. Anyway, time to run, friends. Thank you, and bye now.